Hi, Aquarius. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I thought it'd be kind of neat to do a reading about why the last person didn't like you. Who don't you always want to know that? I do. Like, why didn't they like me? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them? So, I'm using my hand to control the phone, and I have a lot of distractions going on as I have fully documented in my YouTube channel. But I thought it'd be interesting to do a reading about why this person didn't like you. So, because I have no phone stand and I've had everything hijacked and compromised, I have already shuffled the cards. I've already prayed over the cards. So, here we go. We're going to do a clarifier. So if this person was an Aries, um, Aquarius, this is your person. It doesn't have to be. This can embody somebody. Maybe they were more mature than you. Maybe they felt that they were more mature than you, or you were more mature. You felt it could be vice versa. But we want to know what they didn't like about you. They might have felt that you were older, like maybe you had an old soul, even if you were the same age. Maybe they didn't like your parents, is another possibility. Could have been something. So I'm throwing things out here to see what could resonate with you. Um, the Emperor is somebody that is very, very knowledgeable and very, very skilled. They could have been very easily intimidated by you with certain things. Um, Secretive too. They may have also found, Aquarius, that they weren't really sure as to what your motivations was or your intentions were. It just would seem like possibly you would just all of a sudden come up with these ideas for things, and they didn't know where they were coming from. So this is also a possibility. um, let's get another clarifier. The emperor, it comes with a great compliment as well, because the emperor has a lot of wisdom. They know how to do things. They're the grandfather of the tarot. So, you can have a really young person be really advanced and, beautifully skilled and have the knack or niche for something in their field or their craft or whatever they do. But for some reason, the emperor is coming up, and this is the grandfather of the tarot. It could also be that family views, or maybe there was something going on with the family, like maybe you didn't jive with their family, or their family didn't like you. If you had a suspicion about that, that's probably true. You didn't like each other, their families didn't like each other, and that would be another reason why. I also have here, we've got the Four of Swords reversed. So the Four of Swords reversed is someone that is now taking action. They're getting up. They know what to do now. They're taking action. So again, this could very well, Aquarius, have been a situation where they were advised by family on how to. They could be very much concerned about their family, what they think, their perception of the two of you, or they might have gotten counsel from somebody else that gave them some different direction or some different way to proceed forward, because maybe they didn't know how. And maybe this was something that you did often that they didn't like. Maybe they didn't like that you were always getting advice from other people or talking to other people about things, because the Four of Swords in the upright is someone that is resting, laboring. Maybe they were concerned about somebody else's health until they got better. Maybe they thought you were preoccupied with someone else's health until this person's health improved. They were not going anywhere. That's another option as well. Four of Swords in the upright is someone that, there's a health problem. They're resting after battle. They don't know how to proceed. They are taking time to heal. They're taking time to take some respite time. But the Four of Swords reversed is somebody in the opposite. They know what to do now. They're taking action. They're getting up. They're picking up their sword. They're going forward. Definitely with the stained glass window in the Four of Swords, this is always somebody about your past. So whether this is a person that was from your past that was interfering, maybe they felt that you always got wisdom and direction, or you took a lot of communication or advice from somebody that interfered in your relationship with this past person here. Maybe there was somebody that was always causing an issue for you. Or maybe they felt this way about you. We're finding out what they didn't like about you, Aquarius. This is what we're finding out. What is their problem? What did they not like about you? And it could be, that they felt that you just would do things and just take action, and you were very, very, um, what's the word that I want to use? I don't want to say that the grandfather of the tarot is very rigid, but he certainly is the most experienced and most knowledgeable. And it just seems like it's a take action kind of person. Maybe they felt like that you just would go do things and you would just not, there was no communication about it with anybody. And, maybe they felt that they have seen you like this for a really, really long time in different habits. With the Four of Swords, there could be an addiction problem or something like that with the Four of Swords in reverse. But it's usually someone that's healed up now and ready to get going. So I'm just looking at the Emperor, and then I'm looking at the Four of Swords reverse. So this is somebody that's healed. This is someone that knows what to do, and they're taking action. So you may have always just been like that, and they just felt like they were not regarded at all in what you were doing. They probably maybe didn't like that, or they felt that you might not. Maybe they felt that you were too out of their league, or they just felt some kind of like, oh, this person would never refer to me regarding this and this decision. They would just go and do it. And maybe they hated that. It's quite possible. I have a couple other omen cards here for you that I have pulled as well. So we can let me know if this is your situation or not. So we have a couple different things here. So we have got the X shape. So these omen cards are from another type of tea leaf deck. And I'll just show you what they look like here. Omen cards. So they can be associated with negativity, but omens aren't there to punish us. They can be incredibly positive and uplifting at times. Think of these symbols as messages. They don't cause the events, they alert you that it's coming. So good and bad omens provide us with something vital, that the gift of time. They allow us to prepare ourselves, because their appearance in a reading is almost always about future events. If we know what to be on the lookout for, this is something that we can plan for and put safeguards into place for. So we have the X shape. So this would be just like we were reading your teacup about the situation. So this X shape, so this is about this person. When not a person's initial, so this comes as a significant warning. So this is something to do, maybe take it as an omen in your next relationship, or if you're still dealing with this person or planning to in the future. The symbol is a definition. The symbol is a definitive no if you have asked a yes or no question. So if you've done that, it's a definitive no. Like, I guess not, because X, like, this is not happening. But something of value may be removed from your life quickly, whether you want it to or not, Aquarius. You could also be asked to sacrifice something big for the greater good. On the other hand, the X shape can represent a feeling of finding a stolen treasure or abundance, or at somebody else's expense. Only you can decide if taking it is a good idea. The decision will come down to you, your own ethics, and your own values. The other one that we have here is Comet. So this is another omen that's coming with this. I mean, and it's interesting because it's talking about your own ethics and values, and we have here the Emperor. So, I mean, that can be a compliment as well. I'm trying to hold these this phone this way. Sometimes they're coming out sideways, and I don't know if it's the person playing, like I'm being a cyberbullying nightmare from the fiery pit of technology hell, and I don't know if it's that person doing this or if it's, you know, just the way that I'm holding it. But here we are. The next tea leaf card that you have, in ancient Greeks believed that omens, so this is the next card here. Ancient Greeks believed that omens were, that comets were potent, sorry, I'm just being abused right now here. Were potent portents. In tasseography, a comet indicates a significant life-adhering situation. You may know it is on the way, or it could be a complete surprise. Comets can be positive or negative, but thankfully they tend to skew more towards the positive. Regardless of how it plays out, this will feel like a once-in-a-lifetime or even an otherworldly event. That's interesting. And we have one more card here for you, and we've got the wasp. Yikes. So whatever, I like wasps. We had one fly into the house yesterday and I was horrified because you don't want to make them unhappy. These insects generally a negative omen to receive in a reading. A wasp can represent someone unintentionally causing you harm just for the sake of it. So I don't know, Aquarius, if you're doing this to somebody else or you're being called out for doing this to another person, but you've got a couple things that are going on here with, you know, an irrefutable no, and it being negative, and then we've got a couple different things here. Cruel comments may impact your mental health or even your own reputation. A person may also wish to cause damage to your relationships because of jealousy. If you are the one behaving in a vindictive or petty fashion, this is a sign to stop that behavior before someone gets seriously hurt. So that's really interesting because we do have the Four of Swords, and that's also the card of, you know, resting after a battle, going into fight, needing to recuperate, needing time to rest and reflect. So these were this, you know, the messages and the signs coming up for you as to what happened with that last person, what went wrong, what they didn't appreciate, what they didn't like. I hope that that helped you. I hope it was kind of fun for you, or if it gave you some food for thought, maybe confirmed some things about your past person. Once again, Aquarius, I thank you for joining me on the reading. I hope that you like, share, and subscribe. Please view some other content on the channel. I'm trying to get the channel up and going, and I'll be doing regular weekly readings and so on in the month of July for weekly love and relationships, the month ahead, so on. So like I used to do previously. And hopefully I'll be getting all of my technology sorted out in my situation. But thank you so much, Aquarius, for watching. Have a great evening.